Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chantel Bueno. Thank you so much for being here today for this video. I really appreciate it. Fear is the #1 thing that will keep you from doing the things you truly want to do in your life. Fear of being criticized, fear of being perceived, fear of known, fear of failing. There's so many things that go into fear, but fear can also be used as something to push you to become better. Fear can help you change. Fear can help you overcome certain obstacles in your life. When I was younger, when I was basically like in high school or middle school, I used to hate when people like just stared at me or looked at me. I hated walking outside, like on the sidewalk to a certain place, because when you know how to drive or didn't have a car, actually get to where I was going, and sometimes I had to walk. And I just remember like people looking at me, and I absolutely hated it. It would give me so much anxiety, the fact that people were in their cars looking at me and perceiving me. And I just remember being very much a fearful person, attributed to my anxiety, to my people-pleasing tendencies. When you're a big people pleaser, it's because you're very insecure with yourself and you're to let anyone down and to make others mad, and you just overall want everyone to like you. So it's just like this, you're just in a delusional state, and it all stems from fear. Growing up, I was just a very people-pleasing, fearful person. That stopped me from doing a lot of things. I'm so glad I finally got out of that. Don't get me wrong, there's times where I do get fearful and second guess certain things, but reflect on those feelings. I just remember that no one really cares. No one really cares what you're doing. No one, like I said in the past, everyone is focused on ourselves. Humans are selfish people. They are only thinking about themselves. How people perceive you has nothing to do with you. If you know you're doing everything right, if you're trying your best, if you're confident in your own skin, whatever you do, people are always going to have their opinions, good and bad, but that should not matter. That should not stop you from doing things you want to do. For example, going to the gym and wanting to wear a little shirt or, you know, some cute leggings or shorts. Wear it, please, girl, wear it. No one cares, and no one is judging you, and if they are, it's because they don't feel good within themselves, so they have to look at you and judge you. And the more I dig deep, and the more I do more work on myself and learn more, the more I notice that people who are very opinionated and always have something to say about other people don't truly love themselves, and they're hurt people, insecurity. They're looking from a place of me. Whether people say good things, bad things, don't base all of your value off of them. Get that fear out of there, because then you're not going to be able to do things you really like or be how you really want. Fearful of being perceived that I couldn't even, you know, like I said, to the street without worrying how everybody's seeing me. And fear is not a way to live. You're wasting your time. There's so many things that I wasted my time on because of fear. I stayed in places that were no longer good for me out of fear. I just wanted to stay in my little bubble out of fear. Fear never gets you anywhere. If you're able to push past that fear and you're like, okay, what if I do try this out? What if I do try to learn how to drive even though I'm really scared? See, what if I do learn how to drive? What if I do wear that outfit? Like in a certain routine, or you just keep doing the same habits over and over, you don't give yourself time to grow. You don't give yourself time to evolve into the person you are meant to be. It's where I do have to remind myself and be like, okay, you're getting a little too comfortable. Okay, you're thinking too much about the future. Let's bring it back to the present. Once you overcome one fear, you're able to overcome the second fear. Once you stand up to those fears, you become so incredibly powerful. You start to feel like you can literally do anything. Like, to do anything you put your mind to. Think of the life you could create if you would just get out of your head, if you would just push past those fears. You know how many people live in fear, then end up living very miserable lives because they chose to stay in their comfort because they were too fearful to step out of their comfort zone? Limitless. Get out of your prison you have formed for yourself. Realize that you are very powerful and you are able to overcome those fears. When you overcome whatever is putting you back, you free yourself. You free yourself from those chains that you developed. And trust me, I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know that it can feel so heavy when you feel like able to overcome those fears, but you can. You just have to learn how to deal with them and go through them. You don't have to stay in the same place. And I'm talking about mentally. You don't have to stay in the same place. Physically, you don't have to stay in the same place. Yes, it might take a lot of work to overcome those fears and change and become better than you were yesterday. But once you make some progress, you feel so good about yourself. You feel so good about yourself, and you start to think, why didn't I do this sooner? And it's because you had to get out of that fearful mindset. If you're able to look back at, you know, say a month of the person you were, or like a day ago, and you're able to be like, oh, I could have done this better. Oh, I've learned from this. That means you are growing as a person. And that means you're getting better. No one is going to tell you to get up and start taking care of your health. No one is going... Yes, people can tell you to start taking your health seriously. People can tell you, hey, you should probably learn how to drive because you can't depend on everybody. Hey, you should probably stop spending so much money. You should stop drinking so much because it's affecting your health and it's keeping you from doing things you should be doing. People can tell you over and over what to do, but if you don't get that in your mind, that drive, get up and you're like, and you put that drive in your head and you're like, I just want to be a better than I was yesterday, then fear automatically kind of like steps back and you become a little bit less fearful. So I just wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much for taking some time to watch my video. Hope this helped you in some way. You can overcome any fear. If you really put your mind to it, you become better than you were yesterday. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.